Jessica might try to zoom in then.
Oh, look at that. Look. Oh, that was me. Okay, so participants,
Okay,
there she is.
great.
Hi, Jessica.
She's muted.
Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello.
What today?
Oh, hurts.
Today is Monday, June 8th, 2026 at 5:02 p.m. and will now call to order the Public Safety Committee meeting for the Village of Somerset. Present in the hall today, myself, Chris Duback,
Caleb Gunn.
and Jessica Ford is online. We can go ahead and get started. So when we take a look at the May 11th meeting minutes, and those, I did not see anything that needed to be changed. They look perfect.
I'll make a motion to adopt as submitted.
I'll- I'll second.
Great. Any other comments? None. We'll go ahead and all in favor, say aye.
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 The opportunity for public comment on agenda items.
I had something for the meeting.
Yeah, that would be a good time to do a public comment.
Okay, that's what, her, and she is my reason, and that's why she is with me.
Okay, great.
What's your name, honey?
I'm Skylar Sutherland.
What do you have?
Autism.
Very good.
Just to let you know that meeting is being live streamed, it's recorded on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, no problem with it. More people, pretty much my biggest fear in the world is talking to people, when you're people. It's pretty much that, I am looking to get a sign put on Main Street, for people to be aware of her having, or other people, disabilities and autism. I'm not doing this just for myself, but also for the families that live around me. 2 houses across the street have handicapped people living there, and the house next door to me has autistic grandchildren that do visit her. Regardless of the handicap or not, people drive way too fast around the bend on Main Street. To me, flags have to be put by a crosswalk by Pizza Planet to use to cross just to be seen. Common sense would tell me there is already an issue with people, cars, and getting across. Maybe we need to try something new and with that, we need to include and advocate for those people like my child who can't speak for themselves. I can't go to Walmart and buy myself another Skylock. And with that, I will do everything and anything in my power to protect her in the neighborhood. And oddly, even if I'd have to stand there with a hot pink sign and hold it myself. But God forbid if something would ever happen, at least I wouldn't always wonder what if we put a sign up and it would have saved her life. Also, I believe if we don't already have one, I think the police department could benefit from having like a blue envelope program, or there's different ones. They're called Take Me Home, Project Guardian. Different law enforcements choose different programs. And it just, over here, please. It helps let them know that in a situation, even if she would be able to drive a car someday and not respond typically, that more force wouldn't be used and then she would get more upset, or as of right now, singing, counting, clapping, things that all set her off, things that normally would calm down a child if there was ever an accident, would upset her. I have gotten invisible disability disclosure from the DMV. I'm gonna fill out for her. But the traffic going around that bend is awful, and I had to help the guy across the street who was also handicapped cross the other day because it scared the life out of me to watch him try to do it himself. And that's pretty much it, but this is her and this is why I'm fighting for it.
So we're talking about the area just west of the Pizza Planet, between, I would say the corner where the hair salon is, right? Kind of
Yep,
past so BP coming to town as you round the corner. And then there's the crosswalk that you referenced from Pizza Planet. We met before the parade.
oh, you are the officer, yes, sorry, things have been busy.
She inquired about getting a sign put up, and I know Public Works has done that in Whispering, the River Hills. No, Whispering Pines North. So the question is, what the legal channel is to do that, and what committee does it need to go through, and what's the plan?
I've written these up there, more of a formal way of saying it instead of the way I put it out there to you guys, but,
Yeah. So then, I think she called in this morning and she spoke with, Amy, right?
yeah, I stopped in. I didn't know what happened today this fast, so I scrambled, but
And she recommended, she let her know about the meetings, today. So.
Sure. And for the record, state your name one more time
Maya Porter,
and what's your address.
304 Main Street.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The other question is would I attend one of these meetings to find out eventually, like, with the house, I don't mind whatever would happen next door to us, but we have a privacy fence, and I just want to make sure our privacy stays our privacy. Whatever the town decides to do with that lot. That's my
Oh.
only concern.
Talk about the future.
Yeah.
implementation of the lots.
Yeah, I got a couple different things going on, and I just want to make sure, like I said, our privacy stays our privacy.
Sure.
Other than that, I don't care,
Yeah.
but I,
So is there a fence there existing now?
there is, we have
Yeah.
do have a fence.
And you want that to stay?
Oh, yes, and I don't want people to be able to like be over to, like
Sure.
peering in and if there was to ever be a parking lot to have like some sort of like cement things on that side.
Sure,
So if a car would ever go out of hand, it wouldn't crash through my fence and hit one of my children.
sure.
But other than that, I just, and they are my priorities. That's cool, I know. But that is all I have, if that's okay.
Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thank you for taking my gibberish and understanding it.
Yes. I
Top two fears in life, so
Yeah.
come on. You say thank you?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you. It was great having you. Okay, so you mentioned Public Works is already something similar to spring finance.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the process was for that to go in or about, but I know it's something that there is some type of sign up there regarding some type of.
We need a sign in both directions.
So, and I still feel this fall under Public Works regarding the sign. I mean, we can certainly address traffic, and speeds, but even 25 is fast around the corner. So,
I'm not sure it wouldn't hurt to remind people to just.
Is that dictated by the county, the village?
yeah, I think that'd be more of a traffic engineering question. So I feel like the village does have the ability to change speed limits, specifically on local roads, not state highways, but that's something that I feel like maybe MSA would get involved with.
They have been reading this Wednesday, right? I don't know that we have time to get anything on the Public Works agenda. But,
Send them info.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, why don't we move this on to Public Works and see if we can just have a good discussion and see what the next steps might be. But we always love when we hear from the public because sometimes we don't know there's a problem. So that's true. Okay. Is there any public online, any other additional public comment? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and close that. We have no unfinished business that I know of. So we'll move on to new business discussion review, resolution 2025-07, event traffic control. So I know we had formed this resolution last year. Do we need to update it?
No, I think, during the motion last year, when it was accepted, they recommended that we review this annually.
Okay.
And just see if there's any changes that need to be made, I really don't have any suggested changes. I think it's fine as is.
Okay.
I don't think we've really had any issues, with this last year. So,
How did everything go for Pea Soup?
Pea Soup doing really well, yeah, I think,
Other,
yeah, there's, I feel like the new route was good. I feel like, the only hiccup was maybe towards the end with the floats not knowing which direction to go. Some people started tearing down on Depot Street, which was a designated detour, which kind of clogged some stuff up. And then, I guess, Amphitheater Road wasn't able to be used as a detour from traffic coming from the County Road out from the north, coming south. And, no, the gate was open. That's where all the folks lined up, but they kind of occupied both lanes, starting the parade. So there was only about 5 cars that came during the entire, until all the cars were out. All the floats were out of Float Red Road. When this first came to fruition, I kind of envisioned them using the amphitheater parking lots, the grass field as staging, and then cutting through the gate between like the ice arena and Betts Park, and kind of coming down Parnell Street and then turning onto Spring Street, kind of so it'd start right at the Riverwalk Apartments, which might still be a possibility for the future, but again, there's only 5 vehicles that came. I think 4 of them ended up turning around and using the county roads to get around, and then one other decided to pull over and watch the parade. So yeah, overall, with the amount of people that were there Friday night, we didn't have any arrests or any issues. So right, the fireworks were good. People behaved, as far as we know. So overall, it was pretty good.
nice.
It's always fun. And I love seeing the community out there having fun together. I love it. So thank you to all the organizers, because I know it's a huge amount of work to put that together. I'm personally grateful. Okay. Any other comments? And discussing Sears Road, or do you think that worked overall for you well?
Yeah, so this in particular, this resolution was intended mainly for the amphitheater. But I don't think we have anything that there's, to my knowledge, there's no scheduled events at the amphitheater this year. So I don't think it's more of a formality for us to kind of review this right now, and I want to make sure this stays in place, and it's up to snuff. So that's about it.
Do you think it would help? So right now, this is very specific to the amphitheater. Do you think we need to change that to include other community events, such as the one we just had? Or we already have the ability?
Yeah, I think this one was really intended for kind of getting creative with, one-way traffic designations, if emerging and stuff like that. So I think it's pretty specific to the amphitheater. I don't think it's entirely necessary to do it for other events. That's just my 2 cents.
Sounds good to me. Okay, so we really don't need to do anything on that then?
Just review it.
We're going to go ahead and move on then to temporary class B beer license for Appalachian Cruisers event on August 1st at Village Park. So this is their annual car show. That is a lot of fun, and it looks like we had our paperwork turned in.
So I'm just, sorry, I just wanted to go back to see how the agenda listed the previous item. And it says discussion review, okay, discussion review, so that's what we did. Apologies,
Okay, so we don't need to make formal motion.
correct, I just,
Have you, or I should say, has the lieutenant had time to review this?
yes,
Okay, everything checks out.
yes.
Okay, we're gonna make a motion to send the possible temporary class B liquor license for Apple River Cruisers August 1st at Village Park to Village Board approval.
I'll second that motion. Any other discussion? None, all in favor, say aye.
Alright,
Aye.
Perfect, we'll send that on to the full board then. Next, we have the 2026 budget report for the municipal court. Sounds great. Concise.
Great budget,
Yeah.
or great budget reporting.
And we just reviewed those, so Jessica, did you have any questions on that?
I do not have any questions on that.
Why don't we move on to the police department 2026 budget report? And so we're just reviewing two dates. May. And I don't see anything that leaps out significant either way.
Looking good, chief. Yeah, we're under budget for this time of year. Comparatively.
All right. Okay. Anything you need to say about this?
No.
Okay, sounds good then. Could you go ahead and please give your report for the main incident?
Yeah, let me switch screens here. So. We're at 197 calls for service for the month of May. It feels like it's been busy.
Mhm.
I feel like it's kind of on par for the rest of the months though. In terms of department activities, we sent 2 officers to developing the patrol investigator, which was in Waukesha, WCTC, kind of got mixed reviews. I feel like our officers probably could have put the course on, like you go to these larger agencies and they've never written search warrants before, they never investigated like a major crime. And so our guys kind of were like, the description looked really good, but the class was a little bit lackluster.
Okay.
I feel like in a smaller police department, we're multiple hats, you know, we're not just a traffic cop, we're not just a beat cop, like we get a well-rounded exposure to a lot of different things, so. John went through Internet's Crimes Against Children training, which we're an ICAC affiliate. So the training's also required continuing education. We had a village-wide village safety meeting, which, you know, checked a lot of boxes for workplace safety, bloodborne pathogens, things like that. Noah Bierman graduated from the police academy, so he started field training the following day.
Goodness.
We participated in the wellness walk that the school district held this past month. We participated in the Katie Lizzie Memorial Procession, which was held out in Glenwood City. Officer Dylan Blumberg went to kind of a train the trainer for a firearms training that was held in Hudson. That's kind of all I had written down for that.
That's a pretty busy month.
Yeah.
Terrific, thank you. So why don't we go ahead and move on to police and court bills? And there weren't a lot. Pretty self-explanatory. So then I did notice that the warning lights parade route was on there. So then that was did we end up splitting that with Public Works and the organizers?
Yes,
Okay.
that's my understanding. The village paid for 50%, which I think we split. The 50% of the village side was split between Public Works and the police department.
Okay.
And then I think Andrea sent out invoices to Dave, and he was able to distribute that, so.
Okay. How did you think that went this year?
Good. It was nice to have advanced signage. I think the advanced signage did help. It was a little confusing, I guess, for some folks, on Spring Street regarding. So our traditional no parking signs, didn't have the time and date that were affiliated with it. There's some that we've missed, which created confusion. We ended up, kind of just putting a bag over, the ones that, didn't have those. We got it fixed pretty quickly, but the advanced notice alone, I feel like it did its job. It was able to identify the parade route, expect delays. We took some calls from some concerned business owners regarding the route and parking and the detour. And then before the parade began, we drove through the previous route and let anybody know that was set up on the old route, where the new route was. There was only like, I think there was one family that was there. So overall, I think it went well. We still had a person drive around a barricade over the sidewalk on Main Street.
Really?
Yeah, that was towards the end. And that person was stopped by a deputy who came to assist us. But overall, I think they were
Right through a barricade?
around. So they came up to a blocked area, they backed up, they turned over the sidewalk, over the curb, into the parking lot, bottomed the car out. And that was that.
Okay. Well, I would agree that the advanced signage was very helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, terrific. Well, that went fairly well then.
Yeah.
Okay. And so then court bills, any questions on that? They're pretty, pretty brief. Jessica, do you have any questions?
I do not. Looks good.
So future agenda items. Well, the issue that was brought up tonight, but I don't know that I'm ready to put that on the agenda for next month, but let's keep that on the radar for sure.
I think I'd like to get a refresh quote for the radio purchases that is linked to that grant. So ideally we get that on the next agenda.
Yeah.
I think we should also consider the purchase of the signage for and barricade stuff. For the parade stuff.
Right.
So we have an average of 3 parades a year or 2.
The one big one, I feel like the high school parade is limited. They started a different starting location, which kind of allows us to kind of keep east, north, south, all the traffic kind of continues to flow. They also don't have walkers in that parade allegedly, at least that's their goal. So I'd say this one is the major one, but there is the homecoming parade. And then the kiddie parade, there's questions about whether that's gonna continue next year or not. I don't think there's 15 participants this year. And we manage that, you know,
Pretty small
yeah,
area.
so,
Next couple blocks, right?
yeah, it's just a couple blocks starts at Francis and Hud, works its way down to Spring, down to River, and then they finish right on River Street.
Okay. All right, so.
I'll move to adjourn.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Alright,
Bye.
So we are adjourned at 5:26 PM.
Thanks, you guys.
thanks, Jessica. Thanks, Jessica.